Welcome back to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, the first match of Season 41. We begin 3v3 in Kyber 2, and we have now had 4 straight seasons of fully Kyber 2 brackets. We're going to look to make that 5, but there will be a change sometime over the next 3 weeks, which is we will be unlocking our 4th GL with Sith Eternal Emperor at some point. So the 3 GL era of this account and this channel will be ending soon. And it's going to be pretty important for me because we've been pushing it as far as we can. It's the last season of 5v5 has been pretty tough. 3v3 has been easier for my account just because the deficit I have in relics is less of an issue in 3v3. But the Datacrons are getting a little bit weaker this time around, so we aren't going to be able to find as many opportunities with Datacrons to make up for the smaller amount of GLs that we have. Now with this bracket, Endurande is my opponent here. We have a bracket that's about half 3 7GL players, and then the rest are in the 3 to 5 range. There is another player here with 3 GLs, which is unusual to see, and I do like seeing players playing that way. The accounts range from 8 to 11 million GP. Omicron wise, I have the most of the bracket. There's another 2 players with 16, but everyone else is in this 12 to 14 range. There is one outlier with 10. I'm kind of surprised that this 3GL player has only 10 Omicrons, because usually when you have fewer GLs, you're compensating with that elsewhere. With Omicrons, with Datacrons, with mods, you have to make it up, or with depth in my case. Now, when it comes to those relic units, my opponent's not too scary, but 175 is pretty good. There are a few accounts here like Athos, which is going to be pretty tough, but most of the accounts are in that 130 to 150 range. With the Gear 11 Plus units, this is just a depth metric. The accounts are fairly shallow, but this is a place where my opponent does very well, so we're not going to have any advantage there. And overall, it's going to be tough to find advantages against my opponent. He's got a pretty solid account. I would not be surprised if we lose this one. Now with the relic distribution, he's looking pretty good here too, with 59 tier 5 relics, which is kind of the range of a lot of the bracket. He has 40 to my 30 tier 7s, which is a little lower. This Athos guy has 80 tier 7 relics. This guy is probably the one who's going to win for the bracket. My opponent does have over double the tier 8s. He's got 4 tier 9s. Really strong top heavy roster, which is going to cause some problems. Not as scary as this Athos guy. But this Athos guy, an account like this, they're in the low end of Kyber 2 probably because of inconsistent participation. This guy could be a Kyber 1 player or at least a high-end Kyber 2 player, so it's unusual that he's in this pool. With the mods, my opponent's looking good again, so no advantages here. I am in the top portion of the bracket, but not in the range that you usually see me. I have the 3rd best mods. My opponent actually has the best ones, at least with the overall depth. No, Athos is a little bit better. Yeah, no, Athos is better. I was just looking at the top 500 number when I said that. Now with Datacrons, here's another place where we've got no real advantages. We have more, but he's got 6 level 9 crons. He's going to be participating in that zone. Although it is the first week of a new set, so there's a chance that he may have not looked at his defense and added Datacrons to the defense. In terms of the modding, he's looking good on the GLs. 2 players without Jabba, 3 players without Lord Vader, everyone with JMK and JML, 2 players without Sith Eternal Emperor, and Rey and SLKR both have 4 players with and without. Now, everyone's got a Melgus, and at least at R6, or no, there's one at R6, one at R5, everyone's at R7 or higher. My opponent does not have the Iden Ami, although I think you can get away with that now. It's still a must-have Omicron for players who are building their accounts, but these days in Kyber 2, she's not as much of a threat or a problem. There's going to be solutions. Surprising to see that he only has Relic 1 on Starkiller. But when you have 7 GLs, having a good Starkiller is less important because you have a little bit more flexibility. I don't have that flexibility. He's got R5 on Wampa, no Omicron on Traya or Savage or Dr. Aphra, which is pretty unusual. There are only 3 players without an Omicron on Savage, so players are starting to catch up there, and 2 players without the Traya Ami. 3 players without Aphra, so I think this might be our most Aphra heavy bracket. A couple players not utilizing their Swolos fully, and my opponent has a really nice looking Zori, which we might have to deal with. No one with Third Sister, and then the rest of these are looking pretty good. My opponent has a 4-star Profundity though, which is a surprise considering everything else that he has. And we're not gonna do that. I think we might be done with the Hotbot. There's only one number on there that I care about. And we can get that number right here. Here is the Lifetime Championship score. The Undersized Battles won. These are lower-ish. I need the juxtaposition. Never mind. Now we're going to take a quick look at the quality of his modding. Mandalore in Exile is the guild. And with this, I looked at this earlier, so I know where he's at. It's a little surprising considering the quality and quantity of mods that he has, but only 22 characters modded at 300 speed or higher. The last one is Hermit Yoda at 300 exactly, and then you see a number of characters like CLS, Rex, Finn, Off Falling Below, Maul, Basilishan Fallen, Tech, like a number of characters I like to have faster above that threshold, falling below. So there is a little bit of help here. Now let's see if he's attacked yet. Yeah, has not attacked yet. Let's go through this. I didn't make any changes, but we do have changes to Datacrons, so we can take that into account. The purple set I did not adjust for my defense. But these teams remain the same. Fairly weak bracket. I'm expecting him to clear it if he participates, but I'm going to gamble that he can't clear fleets. I preferred making this territory harder. So we got Qui-Gon, Dash, Melgus, Trench with the Trenchcron, and CLS. So CLS is no longer super powered, but we did add to him this unaligned force user one, which really more has these extra stats and a good level 3 ability. For the defense, we'll cover what I can. I got a little sloppy with the recording, so we might not be able to cover everything, but we got Grievous, Tuskens with the Raider Omicron, and Jedi Knight Luke. And with the other territory, we're looking at Darth Revan, Gas, and Jedi Master Kenobi. And from there, we'll get into the attacks. If I showed another screen, I'm just going to spoil some results. That gives you an overview of what we're seeing on this front wall. All right, let's go. I don't know where I was pausing and stuff. We might have to recut this. But we at least caught the issue before the battle started. So with the Dotcron, we'll be getting a bunch of protection up. We just got to take out Talon, but that's not going to be a problem. I think we'll try and hit Talon first. You know what? Let's do this. I want to just start boosting our stats. But maybe we should have taken her hit while she was not under stealth. Okay, great. Awesome. And now from here, let's Wamps, and now we'll auto. So what do we got going on here? So I was late putting out the last 5v5 video. I got deadlines and meetings and other things occupying my time, which we pulled back on the channel. The kit reveal for Captain Rex we did not do because of that, which I apologize for. I've been trying to be better. We've been pretty good about the kit reveal videos, but I try to hit them all, which we weren't able to do with Captain Rex this time around. But I think I'll give some general thoughts on it. We are doing this the night before Captain Rex coming to the game, so I can at least give some initial impressions. Overall, I think it's going to be very nice. Boost up the Phoenix effectively. I think it's going to kind of depend on if the next GL requires any additional Phoenix characters to relics. Otherwise, I'm not going to be touching them unless he turns out to be very effective. I think who he's going to replace on the squad is Ezra, because Ezra has the least amount of synergy, has one of the weaker uniques, relatively speaking, to the other Phoenix characters. And when you look at who's there, Hera is mandatory. Rex is going to be the lifter of it. Zeb is going to be pretty critical because of how he stuns characters with daze and ability block. There's some synergy there. Zeb's is going to be on the squad. Kanan you're going to want because that counter is so effective, and that counter makes Zeb more annoying because it just increases the amount of stuns that Zeb is landing, which means the final slot is going to come down to Chopper, Ezra, or Sabine. I think there's an argument for Sabine, but I'm fine without her. And let me just double check that Wampa is not. Okay. But Chopper with his protection up unique is pretty awesome. He's very annoying, and there's a reason why he's usually the first one I go after to take out a Phoenix squad. Because once you get rid of that protection up, they're a little bit easier to manage. And Ezra, he has a little bit of offense stacking. He's really just bringing offense to the squad, and I think Rex is going to replace that damage just with the constant assisting. So even if he's not as big of an attacker, the quantity of additional attacks should offset some of that, and it might be something where the Omicron is going to be important. I don't think it's an amazing Omicron. It's definitely more one of those boosting Omicrons, but it's definitely not a bad one. It's definitely one I'm considering. All right, I need to take over because I don't feel like the attacks are happening like they need to. I need to just be doing some basics right now. Otherwise, we're going to time out. Okay, there we go. Sometimes you got to do that because Wampa will just start roaring over and over again and won't do what he needs to do. Okay, so that leaves 4 GLs left. What I would like to do is to just Grand Inquisitor the Jedi Knight Luke, but I don't trust him. So I think we're going to two-shot it like we do with Watt. If there were fewer GLs on defense, if he only set down 2 or 3, I think we would just test out Grand Inquisitor, but we can't afford to lose him. Because I have 2 GLs for offense. Had we done the Twitch stream and prepared for this, maybe I would have pulled Jabba onto offense to give myself more options, but this is going to be pretty tough, especially because his JMK is going to be a problem for me. The loss of the last Datacron set is there's some things there that I relied on that we no longer can benefit from. So let's actually head up top. I'm kind of surprising we're not seeing Lord Vader and Jabba on this defense. But here, we're going to start with Starkiller. Oh, I don't know if I have 3v3 presets. Did I make them? No. No, this is old and junk. We're gonna have to do that. We can just use the 5v5 though, at least in this case. We got a Mara Jade Kron. The one like little disappointing thing to me about the Mara Jade Kron is, as good as it is, it's kind of irrelevant because this team was already beating Ray Swolo without it. So it's become this Kron that, although it boosts this team, it's not changing how we play because we have to use it here. Oh wait. Okay, actually we did need to trigger the damage immunity. We did that. We're focusing in on Ray, and now let's get a hit. Yeah, maybe I should have basicked. Let's land a stun, and now just call in our assists. Yeah. Okay. Okay, fell into the damage immunity. Let's hit Finn now. And this will bring Finn into... Ooh, just take out Finn. Great. Love it. Okay, let's go after Swolo because we need to bring our stacks towards Unleashed. Okay. Right. That'll bring us to Unleashed. Let's use our basics. We'll throw a stun on Swolo. Awesome. Yeah, let's do a stagger. Why not? The debuffs gives us some turn meter. Let's go for the AoE to heal a bit. Bring down the Star Destroyer. And wipe out Ray. Great. Easy. Alright. I'm surprised we're not seeing Melga's Island. Maybe this guy just doesn't participate. Because it feels like he hasn't touched his defense. Now, this is why I'm a little worried. Like, we can lose this JMK. Because we're going to have to do a JMK mirror. We might just need a two. I kind of need to know where we're at with it. Let's just do it right now. This is one of those places where I need to and want to boost my relics, but we're working on the Leviathan, and we were working on other things. Like, I got 0 signal data right now. Not that one. Let's see what we want. We get offense stacking, which will be nice. The extra damage? But how often am I going to have full health and protection? That one we're not going to... The extra damage immunity is not going to do anything. Alright, we're just doing this. Okay. What we might see is just how much I'm gonna... Why I kept talking up that tenacity updated ground so much last time. We just gotta get to the ultimate faster. Okay. Yeah, fine, sure. Sure. Oh wait, here we go. All right. All right, let's wipe out Cat. And now wipe out Kenobi. We do have a nice little damage boost going on right now. So I guess with the protection up, we should be able to hold on to for a bit. I don't really feel like we're experiencing it. I should have targeted Kenobi. I wasn't paying attention to the damage immunity. I'll just basic. We are going to save that because we already have the Force Leap or whatever ability set up. Now we'll be able to reset that and go very quickly to do not die on me. Come on. Okay. We didn't land the armor shred though. Awesome. I'm gonna let that charge up some more. Okay, don't you die on me. You know what, let's just do it now. Let's do that. Okay. Awesome. Okay, those were we got 3 GLs down. We've only used one of my GLs. Let's head to the back. Not to the back, to the bottom. All right. Okay, we're gonna 2-hit this. Maybe I want to research this. Although we don't really see this too often, and I bet it's modded wrong. Like, let's look at this loop, because for this to work, his loop needs to be slow, and I have a feeling he's not. 206 is fine. Yeah, this is not what you want to do. It's not terrible though. Wait, I have Jabba? I thought I didn't have Jabba. Okay, never mind. I guess the last time we had 3v3 I didn't have Jabba on defense. I can't believe we went through the whole defense and that didn't register in my head. Alright, fine. I'm still going to play it as if I don't have Jabba, because that's how we would be handling things elsewhere, but it does mean I'm going to change. It does mean I'm going to be more confident in doing what I was going to do, which is use the Jedi here. Do we have anything interesting from this? So we get evade an attack, gain offense up. Which actually I think we are going to utilize. We also get offense and health steal. This will be nice. Because it basically is giving us the bonuses that Bastila gives us without having Bastila out here. Now, Jedi Knight Revan is perfect for softening up this squad. We're going to hit Luke. We are going to spread the debuff, or not spread the foresight. Okay. That's fine. Call in Yoda. Get our free hit, but they're going to counter. But the counter also gives us the offense up, which we have lost. Alright, I don't like how this is going. I need to get strategic advantage onto Yoda. Let's cleanse. I should have just done the strategic advantage. Fine. Alright. Spread the buffs. I don't care. I think we've got a marked next. Do not die on me, Jolie. I'm gonna throw this on Jolie. I can't afford him dying. This is going terribly. Like, this is awful. Like, I was always planning on losing this, but I didn't think it was going to go this bad. Thought we'd take out somebody. Alright, let's do SLKR. This one we're going to play with JML. And we're just going to Wampa his JML and hope there's nothing on the back wall we got to worry about. Now, what do we want? So here... Yeah, let's get the max health and max protection. We also get some health steal. That sounds good to me. Okay, we'll target Kylo to do that, but here, take out Hux in a moment. I should have targeted SLKR there. Whatever. Okay, he's down. Officer's almost down. Now let's get to work. Throw blind. Done. Okay. Now we'll Jabba the next GL, then we'll clear out some of this. Grand Inquisitor will just be moved to another situation. He'll take out gas. Because I don't. I have no confidence in Grand Inquisitor beating this. He would need Datacron help. Alright, Bosch and Chrysanthemum. I was really hoping I'd get this team to like full R7 for the raid before the Leviathan. requirements were announced, because now I'm not going to do it. Not until after. I wish... I don't know. I wish the personal reward track offered more incentive to prioritize it. Because the payout is... It's not worth the investment to hit the next tier. Like another 50 tokens. Like, sure, it adds up, but it's... For it to add up, it's going to take a lot of raids to make up the difference of the investment. Is there anything I want to give you guys? I guess I just need to get a ton of these level 3 Datacrons just to boost stats, because otherwise this offense stacking, recovery, none of this I care about. But potency, recovery, offense stacking. Like the offense stacking is not great, but this is better. We need to just have a absolute massive trove of this stat boost. All right. Let's just start throwing these thermals. Fine, you can have disarmed, I don't care. Yeah, fine. Alright, let's target Luke. Make sure we're taunting. I need to get my Jabba way faster, but we got too many little things to do. My favorite thing about Jabba, though, is making progress on that Greedo prestigious quest. It's a dumb thing to enjoy, but I do. Alright, I think we hit our payout. I'm just gonna auto. The really big thing occupying my mind right now is the NBA draft is tomorrow. This will be posted probably after the draft has occurred, but my feelings to begin with. Obviously, Wembenyama is a ridiculous player who, as long as he stays healthy, is going to be unbelievable. I do have questions about whether or not he can stay healthy. Players above 7'2" have a pretty horrible track record. Some have made it though, so it's not impossible. And it's something where if he can just be healthy in at the right time, it'll work out great. But he is also a player who's so concerned about it, he has been prepping his entire life for it to compensate for it. Like, he's been prepping his feet and his legs for all of these kinds of things. So he may be able to avoid the issues of being, I guess, 7'5" now, 7'6" in shoes. Like, it's insane. But he doesn't play like a big. Like, he's got these amazing skill sets. As a Pistons fan, though, I didn't want the 5th pick. I was hoping we'd get 2 or 3. No, I didn't want 2. I was kind of hoping for Brandon Miller, is what I was hoping for, which is not going to happen now. I am going to be giving more basketball thoughts, but we got to move on to this. Do I just want to Savage you? Or maybe we save Savage? Savage is too valuable for this. We're gonna Shaak T it. Shaak T, Arc, and Echo. Yes. And I don't know. What do you guys want? That's good. This is good for them. Plus the health steal is going to be pretty huge for this. I just got to figure out how we want to beat these Tuskens. Yeah, let's go for the stun. And the cleanse. We will keep Arc Trooper under stealth. That is the big adjustment we made to our play with this team a long time ago. I used to just kind of hop between them and everything, but now I try to be pretty consistent with we heal up Echo, keep Echo out in the open because he's a support character. Because Arc is an attacker, we can place him under stealth. So that's kind of how we play it. And that does a little bit better at keeping them alive. Alright. Ooh. Terrible. I don't think this is a win. Yeah, not a win. Can we at least take out B1? Perfect. Alright, that's fine. I don't care. We'll clean this up. Wait, is that my cat? Clean this up the way I do it with Ackbar. Oh, you know what? This kind of changes. We're still gonna, because I used to use Fulcrum here, but we're not gonna use Fulcrum because Fulcrum's gonna go. Well, Cere Junda, Cal Kestis. Yeah, I'd still like it to be Fulcrum. All these characters kind of have uses now. What if we did Biston? That could be something. Because with Frenzy, Biston will take a bunch of turns. Sure. But Leia's just great at this. She'll be she assists a ton whenever and people are taking turns. She can't be targeted. She heals a lot. I don't have the Omicrons on her, so I don't feel like using them in any other way. Very effective Grievous cleanup. Now, this is at least not the Chieftain Warrior version, but we still got to respect this. What was this crown again? I kind of only like recover health and protection. It's not that great. Thing is, we can use Aphra here. I'm not sure that's the way I want to play it, though. Up top, there's Gas and Darth Revan. What's the third team? Gas, Darth Revan, and what? Oh, Padme. We don't need to worry about that, Padme. So Padme will do something. We'll gas the Darth Revan. We'll grant Inquisitor the gas. So Aphra, still a possibility. And I have no idea what's on his back wall. I don't think we're full clearing this guy. Because I just looked at his history. We did a little pause and I checked that. I think Jabba's on his back wall. I think that's going to stop the full clear. Actually, we're going to... That's... No. We're keeping Aphra. That's what that means. Now Aphra's not going to beat it, but she can clean it up. So if we can somehow get the Jabba to a position where we can clean him up, Aphra can do it then. So we need something else for Tuskens. Which will be what? Do I think Night Sisters could do it? Like what like do I think that could do it? Maybe if I had the Omicron on Asajj. I don't think that's crazy. Now, if they target Daka, it'll mess it up. And what if I had Marin in here? Where would Marin be? In the Asajj slot. Let's go for it. I want to see what happens. I think if they prioritize Daka, it's a loss. But let's see what happens. I think I've tried this before and they do. Let's try it again. Well, AoE. Let's throw Plague everywhere. Because they're going to recover a lot. Yeah, see, they're hitting Daka now, and that's bad. Yeah, alright, it's over. None of that matters now. Maybe Marin, but I just... Yeah, just Night Sisters aren't a great 3v3 team. Alright, how are we going to play this? Thing is, Aphra wins it. But we can't do Aphra. What else is going to work? We might just Traya it, but there's something I want to try that does work. I don't know if it's going to work with mine. Which is BAM does work. I just assume it's one of those things where we need to have relics on everyone. But why not find out? I just think the relic Tuskens are gonna rip through my guys. Yeah, see, that's what I thought was gonna happen. Maybe if my quill was faster. We didn't even get enough stacks. Yep. Alright, we're gonna do Traya. I'm just gonna, well, you know what? I should be forfeiting. What am I doing? Alright, we're gonna give him some preloaded turn meter. Not that that's something I care about. You know, well, you know what? We've tried Vader before. Vader didn't work because the dots are reset. Because it's technically not Tusken Raider reviving, it's a new Tusken. I forget if it worked or not, though. It may have still worked. It just worked differently. Do I want to do that anyway? With Vader? I think we're just going to do this. No, you know what? Let's do Vader. We're going to do Vader, Talon, and who? We could do Malak. No, Malak can solo the Padme. That's how we'll handle Padme. So we could do Marauder. Because he'll get a couple turns. He's going to die, though. I kind of feel like I kind of want to do Malak. And how are we taking up Well, it's not a good Padme. You could probably, we might be able to nest the Padme. We could also use Savage here. I'm just kind of hoping for Savage on the back wall. But you know what? Let's use Savage. And let's use a... No, I don't think we have any more crowns, do we? For the current set. So we'll just give him something. Well, you know what? We get the... Where's the damage over times? Here we go. Well, see, I do think this is going to work. The question is, would I rather use this up against Jabba or Traya? I think we're going to use Traya there. Okay. So they're just going to keep going after Savage, and we don't have to worry about it. But here is what we need to be a little careful with. Because I don't want to take out the Tuskens too early. Awesome. Okay. Because you'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. Like, what I want is for Talon to take them out. Or I want them very close to being dead. And then take them out at the same time with something. No, 'cause, okay, fine, we'll do it this way. 'Cause see, this is what I was saying. Oh, he revived with dots though. Which is good. Where you just want to get him close to death. Let's just do this, I guess. They'll both die. But I can give him more dots. Alright, here we go. That will eventually stack to a point where it's gonna work. And actually we should be using the basic a lot for Talon because it's gonna increase the cooldowns for her ability. So we can use it more often and get more stacks of Loyal Hand. Which... Okay. Or the Omicron breaks, we don't have to worry about it. Okay, I wish I would have remembered that. See, this is what happens in 3v3, is I start remembering things that I do later on. Because we did a version of that before. I don't think Savage was there. I think we did it with Malak. Let's check out this back wall. Yep, this is why we made that change. Because Aphra would have been easy to beat it with. Now, unfortunately, Aphra is not going to be a quick and easy counter to Jabba. But maybe we can pick it apart, is the hope. First, though, we're going to do our favorite thing. Or we're going to blow up a Maul. Okay. So we go under stealth, target Maul, blow him up. Oh my god, I love that so much. I love it so much. And it works much better in 3v3. Because in 5v5, it was a little RNG with whether or not we would land the one shot. Because there's a stat share going on where every Mandalorian gives Maul more health and protection. At least more health, maybe not protection. But he gets like 5% more of at least health per Mandalorian. So like all you people who have Swolos, like he's good. Like players who have Swolos without Rey. Because I think what I've seen a lot in the brackets is players who don't have Rey just ignore their Swolo, and that shouldn't be a thing. And really I should have a video on this, but we got a lot of videos to make. Alright, let's do the top thing, we'll come back down. Actually, was there, what was this? Was Qui-Gon here? Or not here? We got Dash, Bosk, yeah, Qui-Gon, okay. I'm just trying to, oh, you know what? We're going to do our thing. Our other thing that we do in 3v3, which used to work. We'll see if it works without the datacrons. 2nd and 8th. We do have at least one more. No, we have 2. Who wants the damage immunity? Grand Inquisitor or these guys? I think they're going to take the damage immunity. Because they can't even heal, so they're not going to get as much use out of the level 6 ability. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. We get a protection up. Base. Oh, come on. Let me take him out. We're gonna get a big hit. He's due. He's gonna wipe us out now. It took too long. Let's do it anyway. I could have let him take his turn and then we could have cleared out Qui-Gon. It's probably the smarter thing to do, the safer thing to do. But that's fine. Let's get our protection up. No, it's not going to happen. Yeah, the difference in crons, I really think it's more like the timing of it. I think I should have let Anakin do his AoE and then we take him out. We take out Qui-Gon. Alright, we're going to clear up top, then return. I guess what I should consider is... it's a relic nut. This... Okay. I'm just thinking about some things. Like, maybe I want to approach Revan differently. Okay. Pull the turn meter away. Throw down torture. There's no 5s? Okay. Sure. Everyone can have foresight. We will basic. Almost, but not quite. Now it goes down. Which is basic. The tenacity I'm not a fan of. But hopefully we just get through him fast enough. Okay. The annihilate threat is gone, or the aerial advantage threat is gone. Don't die on me. Good. Okay. Now we heal up, get some foresight. I'm gonna save that. Because we might need it. This is gonna take us a moment because we don't have any more torture lined up, but yeah, whatever. How does this cleanse work? I don't remember any of that. Alright. Now we got a torture. Alright, we'll take out Arc Trooper quick. Sure. Remove the turn meter, throw down that ability block, and this is just the same stuff. Okay, and that'll do it. And we will Malak this. We'll give him something. Because everyone should have something critical. Hit, crit damage, and health steal, though. That's nice. I don't think that's gonna... Let's just do this one. Although it is Relegate. Relegate is a lot. Let's do it anyway. It's not a question of winning, though. It's just... Am I going to do enough damage? Okay. Don't care. I'm a little undecided about who I want to take out, though. We're probably just going to be forced into taking out 5s. Which is fine. Yeah. 5s. Oh my god. Don't heal. Don't heal. Oh my god, don't heal. That's irritating. Okay, fine. Just go down. Thank you. Alright, let's just go on Yoda. Because Yoda's annoying with everything, and Yoda's easy to take out regardless of level. If we can land a Shaak on him, even better. Go down. Not quite. Awesome. I'm just gonna auto. Okay. What were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about basketball before. We'll return to that. Because we still haven't talked about who I want at number 5. Which I don't want to guard. Even though, for fantasy purposes, there's a number of players I'm intrigued by. Just, the Pistons don't need a guard. Okay. I'm tempted to do troopers here. It's just, this is good. And troopers aren't consistent enough. And my troopers, if I had higher relics on my Dark Trooper, what kind of boss team was that? Let's just be safe. Maybe we don't be safe though. No, it's worth the risk. It's worth it. It's worth it. Sure. Because if it works, that just means we have gas up against Jabba. That can work. So let's gamble. But I really don't think we're in a position to do it. Can we just take Fallen out right now, please? Just do it right now. Awesome. HK. You know what? No. We need the turn meter. Okay, great. This is the first time of me doing that in 3v3 because those are recent relics. Because we are going for Scythe Eternal Emperor. My Veers was gear 11 for years. Just years. I refuse to do more. Mostly because the troopers were so good at gear 11, I just liked showcasing just how good they were. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to just grind out everything we can up against these other teams. Just so I can show how we're going to handle Jabba. Because we got a shot at a full clear here. Hondo can take care of these guys. We just got to figure out how we're going to deal with his dash. Oh, no. Yeah. Because I don't think I'm going to win. Wait. Let's look at... Does he have the Ami on Hondo? He does. And he's a higher relic. Okay. Because if there was no Ami, I would have thrown my Hondo up against his. Alright. So let's do this. Yeah. I think the way that we are going... how do I want to do this? We're going to be forced to hit Bosk probably, so I'm going to throw Capture on Boba Fett. Because now we don't have to worry about Boba Fett as much. These guys are here just to buy some time. Let's heal up. Chuck this. Awesome, we'll hit the stagger. We got our 10 stacks, so we can start doing things. We'll hit this stagger. It's fine. Because we get a big stat boost as soon as these other characters die off. Awesome. And now we're just going to start crushing. I'm going to throw Capture over here again. Hondo's such a fun character. Okay, so the Alcir Thompson is an option, a decent wing player who looks really good offensively. The other option is Cam Whitmore, who a lot of players or teams are getting. There's a chance he might drop. I'd have to see some of his measurements to figure out how completely I feel about him. I kind of liked him for most of the season. Jarris Walker, though, looks like might be the Pistons pick. And part of it is just because of his measurements, because the GM, Troy Weaver, likes players with crazy measurements. And it doesn't sound like they're going to trade. Alright, we'll clean this up with something. I don't care. What can we use to clean it up? Do I think this could clean up something? Oh, you know what? Let's do HK. If I had relics on HK, the thing is, HK is very good up against Jedi, especially at relics. Like, this is probably not going to work. But let's do it anyway. So I think what's going to happen is Anakin's just going to cause me problems. Not terrible so far. No, let's heal. I don't want to die. It's too important. all the offense is coming from T3 and 4. The dream is dead. Remember, can we take out Mace? Just give me somebody. Let me take out somebody. Okay. I'll take it. We've already lost spare parts, so our stats and damages aren't going to be as good. But we got a solid shot here. Let's do this. Let's do this. Come on. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. See, at Relics, this team becomes very good. I was kind of hoping T3 and 4 is going to be a Leviathan requirement. Very small chance of it, but it didn't happen. Sortie was the more obvious one. Alright, how am I going to do this? You know, I think Bounty Hunters is the way to go. But almost like in a cleanup way. Because I don't think... they're not going to get the contract off. Alright. Alright, let's start working on Jabba. It's time. What kind of datacron is this? So here's what I'm thinking. I think what we will do is you're going to do Traya first. Okay. That wasn't triggered yet. Oh wait, it doesn't work with shields. Oh my god! Whatever. Not... other aspects of the kit work. We just gotta make it to annihilate. Which, if we had relics, I'd be more confident about. Okay, we increase cooldown. We could get there, but it's not looking good. I need... oh, man. I really need to throw pain on everybody so we can control everything else. Okay, I think we got Annihilate. Awesome. Okay, so Chrysanthemum gone. He can't revive. Right? Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Now, everyone else is gonna die now, and that's fine. They did their job. It's fine. Okay, we made some progress. My only feeling about this now is... do I think Aphra could do it now? Because the problem with Aphra is really more Chrysanthemum. Yeah. Oh wait, I need droids, not that. I gotta figure out this cat situation. I know you guys can't hear it, but there is some large mewing going on. Because we don't have that droid datacron anymore. Which was serviceable. This would be good. This is, yeah, this is good. The only issue here is the dash team, because gas will beat that. Do I think anything else has a chance? Because that would really make things a lot easier. And the thing is, I don't really think I have anything else. We have force users. Let's start with that. Yeah, let's do force users here. Because they can at least take a hit. The problem with this is just dash. He throws out his AoE and it's such a big problem. Okay, we survived it. They threw capture onto Fulcrum, which I'm fine with. This stun, though, I'm not fine with. What do we want? I want to heal up Serjunda. I really don't want them to take out Serjunda. Is this evadable? The target can't evade. Because I kind of want to hit Hondo. Let's hit Hondo. I think I just need to take out Dash. We're going to throw this at Hondo. Can this be evaded? Can't be evaded. Okay, we're throwing it at Hondo because Hondo really's got to go down first. Oh my God, he survived it. Hondo. That was. Well, now we know. That's the first time someone survived that hit from Serjunda. We'll just have to clean it up, but now we don't need gas to clean it up. Because Hondo is easy in a cleanup situation. This will take out Bo. Hondo's going to be super powered now. Okay, fine. Great. Serjunda did what she needed to do. At Relics, she's so awesome. She would have beat that at Relics, but... Okay. Like now we can do like bounty hunters. Like this can be Aura Sing, Zam, Mando. But with this, well, I guess maybe I shouldn't celebrate too early. I should have called in or sing because we could have gone for a stun, which we get anyway. But in case if we didn't, it would have been get the stun. Awesome. Next turn we get the annihilate. Give me a stun again. Awesome. Whatever. All right. Now we use gas here, like we took. This is why you scout. Because if had I not scouted, I would have used my Aura Sing up against like the Tuskens. But now not Aura Sing. I would have used my Aphra up against the Tuskens. We're gonna just use protection accuracy, crit damage accuracy. Let's do this. Health Steal, crit avoidance. Because this here will take out Bosch. Yeah, so what I was saying about Jarrus Walker, Jarrus Walker is just a much more raw player, and I'm not as confident he's going to turn into something. Although I do like him. And normally I'd be best player available, but when the Pistons already have Cade and Jaden Ivey, and I like them both, and another guard would just affect their development. And I am very confident in the two of them. The guy who's really interesting though is the other French guy, Boulalali. That guy's interesting. Okay. Well, Auto, these guys I don't think can clean up a Jabba. What's going to happen is the Rancor is going to come out. And it's going to fall apart. That one the mic may have picked up. Okay, that's 2 armor shreds. What I've been watching a lot lately are old, horrible Schwarzenegger movies. And it's great. Like I watched End of Days, which is just terrible. I would not be surprised if it's his worst movie. I'd have to think about it and remind myself what some of the other movies are. But End of Days is terrible. Like it's. When I watched what was it, the sixth hour, 6 days, sixth man, sixth whatever. That movie was dumb, but in a charming way, in a very Schwarzenegger way. Like, in a way where it's kind of crazy that movie came out in the 2000s because it feels so 80s. We're just doing no damage. Okay, it's Rancor time. Is this gonna be a timeout and not a Rancor? I tried to watch Kindergarten Cop because somehow that was a movie I didn't watch when I was younger, and I couldn't get too far into it. It was just too juvenile in a way that was not charming to me, but I didn't think it was like bad like End of Days. Although I did finish End of Days, so who knows. Down goes Rex. Then I also watched The Last Stand. It's partly because the streamers, they've got a lot of Schwarzenegger going on. The Last Stand was great. That's like classic fun Schwarzenegger. If you haven't seen it, because it's his most recent one, or at least the most recent movie, which it was at that point in his like age and career, very easy to skip. It's worth watching. It's everything you like about Schwarzenegger movies, with a solid enough script, charming cast. And then I tried to watch Fubar, which is why I think all the streamers have a bunch of Schwarzenegger right now. And Fubar, I made it about 3.5 episodes before I stopped watching it. And I was like, this is terrible, and I hate it, and I don't want to watch it anymore. Fubar is written, it's written in like a way where it's a very unfunny person trying to write jokes, but not understanding what jokes are. And that kind of writing is just kind of like cloying, where it's really hard to listen to. Like, it's like wearing the dressing of humor, but nothing's funny. Like lower than network TV humor. Okay. This is what I wanted. He can't beat me. He can't full clear me. There's no way. He has 1 GL left. He's got to get through my Melgus. So he's got Lord Vader. So he can get through the Melgus, but he's got to get through Trench. He's got to get through my Maul. He's got no gas. I don't know. I think I got a victory here. Okay, I still think this is going to get close to a timeout, so we got to be a little careful. Let's land in. Oh my god, give me the armor shred. There might be a point where I want to auto. But right now I kind of want to play this manually, because I don't trust anybody here. I think we're going to go to the auto. We just need to go long enough where the potency stacking gets to a point where we start doing some good damage. But like this looks like you're losing until you don't. Come on, give me what? All right, we're just gonna auto. Is that all the Schwarzenegger I was? Did I attempt anything else? Did I round out any other empty spots in the filmography? I watched Night and Day, the Tom Cruise Cameron Diaz movie that I remembered from like the trailers and stuff, but never got around to watching. Perfectly charming movie. Nothing special, but a good use of time. Filmed well. I think he said James Mangold, who did Logan. He also did Dial of Destiny though, so I feel like we're starting to hear things that Dial of Destiny's not good, which I could go either way on. Alright, there we go. Boom. Let's do ships. But that's why we saved Aphra. She probably could have done it with just Bosch there, with Chrysanthemum gone. But I didn't want to chance it at that point. Now, what do we got here? Okay. We still don't have like a guaranteed full clear yet. We were going to do Chimera up against Negotiator. Probably going to have to 2-hit the Executor. The Malevolence we still don't have a great way through, although maybe Scythe will beat it. Alright, let's... The biggest problem is we don't have... Here, no, we're going to... We don't have a Sacrifice fleet anymore, really. I think what we're going to do is we'll do Chimera. Right? So we're going to do... Are we using the bomber elsewhere? No, we don't have to go against the Profundity, so we don't. Alright. Right? Although I'd still kind of like it with the Scythe. Alright, let's go with this. I feel like we're making a mistake. I'm not considering something. Maybe I should save the Defender. I just want to make sure this wins. Because we have very little wiggle room with our fleet strategy. When it works, though, it works. Okay, bring out our interceptor. Come on. Perfect. Okay, let's heal up a tiny bit. Alright, Sarge, we can ignore now. Let's take out 5s. We don't I shouldn't have brought in the Defender. We didn't need it. But it's fine. Okay. That wasn't the hard part, though. That's a pretty strong counter. See, the thing is, like, do I want to use the Finalizer as my sacrifice? No, I think we don't do any testing with the Sith is what we do. We just use a sacrifice fleet. And we go like this. And we don't do any testing. We have no fun. It's a no fun match. which is just against everything I stand for. But he's got no way to beat me. No way. Because even if he gets to fleet, he takes his profundity, takes out my executor, maybe. Then he's got Empire to take out my negotiator, but how does he take out my own profundity? Or could do a profundity. He doesn't have a way to deal with my executor, both my executor and profundity, because his malevolence is here. And the malevolence is just pretty critical for offense. Let us see. Let's go for the stun. We will cleanse, get rid of the debuffs. We'll do it because we can get a buff immune, whatever. We'll AoE. But at this point, nothing really matters. We need Spy to come out, and you got Bomber. That I was not expecting. But it's also why you don't do that as a reinforcement. Because it has priority. Goodbye, Sunpack. Now we bring out the Spy. Where are you gonna land? I'll take it. Although I feel like this is going pretty poorly for me. Alright, Razor Crest down. Bring out the Ebon Hawk, get chaff on everybody, and can we land buff immunity on Cad Bane? He's gonna awesome. That should take out Cad. So take out Marauder. But he is gonna have like Slave 1 come out in a moment. Or IG-2000, even better. We'll Dispel. I targeted Houndstooth because I didn't want to give turn meter to it. I should have targeted the wrong one. I just want to get rid of Houndstooth. Alright, there we go. Fine. fine. Okay. In a second. There we go. Awesome. This is going pretty well so far. Now, how do I want to deal with this? I feel like the Scythe is how I want to deal with it, but we don't have... Well, I guess we have the bomber, the Sith bomber. Which is really not the same thing. What do we got with the Sith at this point? No, it's not a fleet. It's not a fleet. I don't like any of this. This feels suspect. Alright, let's get protection up. He's taunting. Which is fine. Sure. Okay. Yeah, let's do the formation now. I guess. We should be going after a hyena bomber. I don't feel like we're making the progress I need to be making. Yeah, let's bring out the bomber because a tank would be useful. Yeah, let's throw more bombs. Why not? Don't you die on me. Oh my god. I don't know, this feels like a loss. Maybe we get to the ultimate and we can do something, but yeah, this does not feel like a win. This is also about to crash. You can see the lagging happen. I need to restart. We're closed down BlueStacks. I might let this time out off screen because we have enough progress on the health. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So unfortunately I had to close that down and we did not get to keep any of the progress we made. So I think we're going to have a tough time. We might not clear this. Because I kind of needed that progress. I think we'll start with the Finalizer. We'll bring in the dagger here. This is really just, do we make enough progress where we have a chance at cleaning it up? I don't feel like we're going to. Like, if we can at least get rid of the bomber, we'd be in an amazing position. Yeah, we're going to lose our tank in a moment. Just too soon to lose it. We don't really need any of that. Because we had that down into the yellow. It'd be so much easier to clean it up. I think we just bring this guy out. Normally I bring out the other TIE fighter, but that's with Silencer still alive. But I don't have relic pilots. Relic pilots would be real useful on a lot of these guys right now. Maybe we can just take enough turns to make the bomber weak enough. This is over. Okay. We'll give Hondo a shot, but Holdo is not a damage threat, but she has to be next. Because really, all we're hoping for with her is that she makes enough progress that she gets the ultimate off and we can clean it up. So we need to have another fleet after in order to act as that cleanup option. Had that not froze though, like we wouldn't have won that, but Hyena Bomber, Silencer would have had a shot at cleaning up the Hyena Bomber in that kind of situation. We might have a shot though. So let's get some turn meter. Okay. That's too bad. We're gonna bring out a tank. Alright, AoE here. Don't die on me. Fine. I hate it. We're not gonna get to it. It's not gonna, it's just, it's too far off. Maybe I should have been going after Sunfac the whole time. Because Sunfac's making it harder to focus on Hyena Bomber. Is this turn meter? I'm taking the turn meter. Awesome. Come on. I think we still have 2 more turns. There it is. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. We're going to hit Sunfac. Because we can take out Sunfac. We just got to hunt for whoever is the Vulture Droid. Is it you? Yes! Oh my god, yes! Okay. Alright, there's our full clear. Okay. He's got no shot. That's a win. We had a fight. This was more of a never say die match, but yeah, we'll check in, but I don't see how he could possibly clear me. He's got 1 GL left for offense. He's got only the profundity left for fleets, and he's got to go up against a heavy front line without some pretty critical counters. Like he's got Aphra, Starkiller, Lord Vader, and then no real solutions for some of the fleet. But it's technically possible because he could do Scythe up against the Profundity, Profundity up against the Executor, and Chimera up against the Negotiator. So, I guess he could do it. Yeah, he could do it. I don't think he gets through the squad defense. I think that's actually the stronger of the positions. And he might just get discouraged from this point. But we'll check. And for the results of this match, it was a pretty decisive win. He went very strong on defense, so I don't think he had too much left over for offense, maybe 2 GLs. Like, he didn't have gas because his gas was on defense, so he needed to do something else up against Malgus. He went through Qui-Gon, and then he just gave up from there once the Malgus got a hold. But he probably still could have gone through had he wanted to put the attempt, but he was fine with the minimum banners. No attack up top. We are going to do round 2 as well because I didn't record that match. Round 2 was a loss with some minimal participation. I had deadlines, got full cleared, and just attacked a few teams and did some experimenting on these other territories, thinking about how I wanted to play through this. So, taking out the Jabba, Grievous doing some nonsense, JMK doing some, I don't remember, testing out cleanup teams, figuring out what works or doesn't work up top here, playing around with different Raddus counters. And on the back territory, I think this was fairly soft. Yeah, but we didn't engage too much with that. For my opponent, the trench got a hold, and I don't know what else did. I probably one-shot it, maybe fleets got a hold. I think the rest of the squads. Okay, Iden gets a hold. And up top here, I don't think much happened. This is a pretty soft territory. And then down below in fleet, Executor picking up a hold, and Profundity in 1. So that match won't have a video for it, but we will be back with 41.1.3. So we'll wrap it up there. I'm past my deadlines. I do have a trip lined up, so in a week or so we'll see what happens to the video making. But that's why we skipped the Captain Rex kit reveal video, but we'll be back on top of things. Moving forward, I think for the rest of the summer I've got a little less chaos. But thank you for watching. Be excellent to each other. This is still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.